What if the path to reaching 100 years old, full of vitality, wasn't about complex medical breakthroughs or punishing diets? Imagine living well past the average, still active, still engaged with life. In Japan, particularly in places like Okinawa, this isn't just a dream. Consider Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, a respected Japanese physician who continued seeing patients well beyond his 100th birthday. He didn't rely on a pharmacy of pills or the latest fad diets. His approach? Remarkably simple foods, eaten consistently, day after day. Before he passed away at the incredible age of 105, he shared the foundational principles of his long, healthy life. Today, we're going to explore that wisdom, breaking it down into practical steps you can begin incorporating right now. Let's look at the numbers for a moment. In the United States, the current average lifespan hovers around 76 years. Contrast that with Okinawa, Japan, where the average climbs to 84 years and a significant number of people thrive well past 100. These aren't frail centenarians. Many are still walking daily, cooking their own meals, tending their gardens. What's the source of this remarkable longevity? It's not found in expensive treatments or complicated supplement regimens. The key lies deeply embedded in how they eat and how they live their daily lives. Dr. Hinohara embodied this philosophy. Practicing medicine until he was 100, his life was a testament to consistency. Simple, nourishing meals, unwavering daily habits, and finding genuine joy in the small, everyday moments. Today, we delve into 5 core principles inspired by his life and the Okinawan way. These aren't just theories. They have the potential to significantly transform your energy levels, improve your digestion, and enhance mental clarity, especially as you navigate life beyond 60. Let's start with a concept that seems basic, yet holds profound power. Principle 1. Rethinking Fullness, the wisdom of Hara Hachibu. Our journey begins with something deceptively simple: how much food we actually consume at each meal. In many Western cultures, the goal often feels like reaching absolute fullness. We're told to clean your plate, finish strong, and equate bigger portions with better value. But travel to Okinawa, a place renowned for its concentration of centenarians, and you encounter a radically different philosophy: Hara Hachibu. This ancient phrase translates roughly to eat until you are 80% full. Just 80%, then consciously stop. Why is this seemingly small adjustment so impactful? Because consistently eating just slightly less than your maximum capacity significantly reduces the excess calorie load on your system. This simple act helps lower chronic inflammation, lessens the oxidative stress that wears down your organs over time, and naturally assists in maintaining a healthy weight without resorting to restrictive dieting. Think of it as giving your body the fuel it needs without overwhelming the engine. Even prestigious institutions like the National Institute on Aging have published research linking moderate caloric restriction, not starvation, but mindful moderation, to longer lifespans and improved metabolic health markers. Dr. Hinohara lived this principle daily. He was a firm believer in eating light, savoring each bite slowly, and leaving the table feeling satisfied but not stuffed. He credited this lifelong habit for his sustained energy and mental sharpness well into his 90s and beyond. Let's consider Helen, 68. Growing up with the "don't waste food" mantra deeply ingrained, she always felt compelled to finish everything on her plate, even when her body signaled it had enough. Over the years, she battled sluggish digestion, persistent afternoon fatigue that demanded naps, and restless nights. Then, she learned about Hara Hachibu. She started incorporating a simple pause halfway through her meals, asking herself, "Am I genuinely still hungry, or am I just eating out of habit?" The change wasn't overnight, but it was profound. She discovered newfound energy reserves, enjoyed more restful sleep, experienced significantly less bloating, and, quite surprisingly, found greater pleasure and mindfulness at the dinner table. Actionable tip: try this tonight. Slow down your eating pace. Take conscious breaths between bites. Tune into your body's signals. When you feel about 70 to 80% satisfied, pause. Give it a few minutes. You might realize you've had enough. Remember, how much you eat is just the first piece of the puzzle. Next, let's explore what to eat and why Japan's go-to proteins might hold surprising benefits. Principle 2. Embracing plant power beyond meat. Let's talk protein. It's absolutely essential for maintaining muscle strength, aiding recovery, and supporting healthy aging. But here's a common misconception, especially prevalent in Western diets: the idea that significant protein intake must primarily come from meat. In Okinawa, home to one of the longest living populations on Earth, the protein landscape looks quite different. While fish is consumed, a large portion of their daily protein doesn't originate from steaks, chicken, or pork. It comes from the power of plants, particularly soybeans, in various forms. Firm tofu, savory miso, fermented natto, and vibrant edamame. These aren't occasional health foods. They are daily staples woven into the fabric of the traditional Japanese longevity diet. Why does this emphasis on plant-based protein matter so much? Soy-based foods are nutritional powerhouses. They offer complete plant protein, containing all essential amino acids. They're rich in isoflavones, compounds studied for their potential to help reduce inflammation and support cardiovascular health. Plus, they provide valuable prebiotic fiber, which nourishes the beneficial bacteria in your gut microbiome, a cornerstone of overall health. A significant study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition linked regular soy consumption to positive outcomes like lower LDL, bad, cholesterol levels, better bone density maintenance, and a reduced risk of age-related cognitive decline. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara himself was a proponent, reportedly eating tofu almost daily. He believed its properties helped keep his arteries clear and his digestive system running smoothly, even as he approached his centenary. Now, meet Frank, 73, a retiree. He'd always been wary of soy, influenced by outdated rumors and misinformation about hormones. However, after watching a documentary showcasing Japanese centenarians thriving on their traditional diet, curiosity piqued his interest. He decided to experiment. Just twice a week, he swapped his usual red meat dinner for a simple, flavorful tofu stir-fry, loaded with bok choy, garlic, and ginger. It was light, satisfying, and surprisingly easy to prepare. Within just 3 weeks, Frank noticed tangible changes. His blood pressure readings improved, the nagging ache in his joints seemed to ease, and he no longer felt the need for his customary afternoon nap. Actionable tip: the takeaway isn't necessarily to become vegetarian or vegan overnight. It's about achieving better balance. Try incorporating plant-based proteins like lentils, black beans, chickpeas, or tofu into your meals just twice a week to start. You might be surprised by how versatile and delicious they can be. Up next, we'll uncover a potent anti-aging shield hidden within a category of foods many Americans overlook, yet the Japanese often enjoy daily, starting first thing in the morning. Principle 3. The Power of Fermentation, Gut Health Guardians. Let's explore one of Japan's quieter, yet deeply significant longevity secrets. It's not a miracle vitamin pill or an expensive powdered supplement. It's a time-honored tradition, often served warm, gentle, and teeming with beneficial life, fermented foods. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, Japan's legendary physician, often began his day with a humble, comforting bowl of miso soup. For him, this wasn't merely comfort food. It was a daily ritual contributing to his overall well-being. Miso, fermented soybean paste; natto, fermented soybeans; sukmino, pickled vegetables, and even certain types of fermented seaweed are staples in the traditional Okinawan diet. What do they have in common? They are brimming with live probiotics, beneficial bacteria that nourish and diversify your gut microbiome. They also contain digestive enzymes that can aid in breaking down nutrients more effectively, and unique anti-inflammatory compounds that studies suggest may offer protection for your brain, joints, and immune system. In the West, many seniors turn to probiotic capsules hoping to support their gut health. While supplements can have their place, traditionally fermented whole foods often offer something more profound: synergy. The complex matrix of the original food, combined with the diverse community of living microbes generated during fermentation, delivers benefits that isolated probiotic strains in a pill rarely match. Let me introduce you to Claire, 70, a retired librarian. For years, she struggled with persistent bloating, unpredictable digestion, and a heavy feeling after most meals. She'd experimented with fiber powders, various digestive enzyme supplements, and nearly every probiotic brand on the pharmacy shelf, finding little lasting relief. Then, a friend introduced her to authentic miso paste. Skeptical but willing to try, Claire started a simple routine: sipping a small bowl of warm miso broth each morning. Just 1 cup. No drastic diet changes, no additional supplements. By the second week, the shift was undeniable. Her chronic bloating vanished. Her energy levels felt smoother throughout the day. The heavy afternoon slump lessened, and her appetite seemed more regulated. The power, she realized, was in those living, active bacteria working harmoniously within the context of a simple, whole food. Actionable tip: you can start incorporating this principle easily. Try dissolving a teaspoon of quality miso paste in warm, not boiling, water for a simple broth. Add a side of naturally fermented pickles like sauerkraut or kimchi. Check labels for live cultures and avoid excessive sodium to your lunch. It's a small step that nurtures not just gut health, but contributes to overall aging with balance and vitality. And now, let's challenge a common dietary fear in the West by looking at a food group the Japanese embrace daily, crediting it for strong hearts and clear arteries. Principle 4. Choosing carbs wisely. The sweet potato secret. Let's be honest. In many Western health circles, carbohydrates have become almost vilified. We hear constant messages: cut carbs to lose weight. Seniors should avoid starchy foods. But here's a crucial truth often lost in the noise: not all carbohydrates are created equal. And some, like those consumed daily in Okinawa, might actually be powerful allies in your quest for a longer, healthier life. Let's talk specifically about the Okinawan, or Japanese purple sweet potato, benimo. These aren't just visually stunning. They're nutritional powerhouses. In fact, historically, they formed a substantial portion, sometimes estimated at over 60%, of the daily caloric intake for traditional Okinawan centenarians. What makes them so different from, say, a highly processed white bread or sugary snack? They are densely packed with anthocyanins, potent antioxidants responsible for their vibrant purple hue. These compounds are renowned for their ability to protect blood vessels from damage and combat cellular aging throughout the body. They are rich in dietary fiber, which plays a vital role in stabilizing blood sugar levels, preventing spikes and crashes, and supporting healthy digestion. They offer essential nutrients like potassium and vitamin C, crucial for heart health and robust immune function. Importantly, they possess a relatively low glycemic index, meaning they provide sustained energy release rather than a quick sugar rush followed by a slump. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara himself often favored sweet potatoes over white rice, believing they were gentler on the digestive system while offering superior protective benefits. Indeed, research highlighted by organizations like the National Institutes of Health has linked diets rich in anthocyanin-containing foods, such as these purple sweet potatoes, to improved blood vessel function, reduced markers of inflammation, and potentially slower cognitive decline in aging populations. Consider Paul, 69, diagnosed with prediabetes. He felt constantly fatigued and frustrated. Following common advice, he'd been diligently avoiding almost all carbohydrates, even whole grains and starchy vegetables. But his energy levels plummeted and cravings for less healthy foods intensified. His dietitian suggested a different approach, incorporating steamed Japanese sweet potatoes, not fried, not loaded with butter and sugar, just simply prepared. Hesitantly, Paul started adding about half a cup to his lunch each day. Within 2 weeks, the change was remarkable. His energy sustained him throughout the afternoon. His intense cravings subsided, and his blood sugar readings became more stable than they had been in months. Actionable tip. The key isn't to fear carbohydrates. It's to choose them wisely, prioritizing whole, unprocessed sources rich in fiber and nutrients, just as the long-lived Okinawans do. Swap out refined grains for options like sweet potatoes, quinoa, or brown rice occasionally. And now, let's look beyond specific foods to the final, overarching lesson from Japan's oldest doctor, a philosophy that might be the most important ingredient of all. Principle 5. Beyond the plate, the rhythm of joyful living. Before we conclude, let's touch upon something fundamental that many health discussions overlook, a principle perhaps even more powerful than the specific nutrients you consume. It's not just what's on your plate. It's the entire context of how you live around your meals and throughout your day. Dr. Hinohara didn't adhere to a rigid, restrictive diet in the modern sense. He wasn't meticulously counting calories or tracking macronutrient ratios. Instead, he cultivated and followed a rhythm, a simple, joyful rhythm that profoundly shaped his exceptionally long and productive life. His days often began with gentle rituals, perhaps miso soup, followed by a walk and time spent reading or engaging his mind. He consciously avoided overeating, not from a place of deprivation, but from a deep respect for his body's needs. He famously chose to walk stairs instead of relying on elevators, even well into his 90s, integrating natural movement into his daily routine. Crucially, he remained deeply curious, continuing to give lectures, write books, and engage with the world. And by all accounts, he smiled a lot. He once profoundly stated, "To stay young, you must have fun." This concept, known in Japan as ikigai, having a reason to wake up in the morning, a sense of purpose, is considered vital. Let's take Marie, 71. She used to find herself caught in the cycle of nutritional anxiety, obsessing over food labels, low carb this, sugar free that. This constant vigilance left her feeling stressed, always chasing the next dietary rule, never quite feeling at peace. Then, she read about Dr. Hinohara's life and philosophy. It sparked a shift in her perspective. She began incorporating small, rhythmic changes, a dedicated 20-minute walk each morning, consciously slowing down her pace during meals, taking a few minutes for a quiet cup of tea in the afternoon, simply to breathe and be present. She even planted a small herb garden on her windowsill, finding simple joy in tending to it and watching things grow. This adoption of a gentle rhythm, rather than strict rules, transformed her experience. Because vibrant health isn't solely physical. It's an intricate tapestry woven with emotional balance, mental engagement, and a life lived with rhythm and purpose. Actionable tip. As you reflect on the specific food principles we've shared today, remember this vital context. Don't just count grams of protein. Also count moments of quiet reflection or connection. Don't just focus on reducing sugar. Actively seek ways to increase laughter and joy. Don't just aim to fix your diet. Strive to nourish your spirit alongside your body. If you're unsure where to begin, start simple. Start joyful. Start with one small, consistent action, inspired by the doctor who lived vibrantly to 105, seemingly smiling all the way. Let's take a moment to bring these powerful ideas together. These aren't complex, overwhelming strategies demanding a complete life overhaul. They are small, manageable shifts practiced consistently by some of the longest living, healthiest people on our planet, beautifully exemplified by the life of Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara. Here are 5 gentle changes inspired by Japanese wisdom that you can begin exploring today. Practice Hara Hachibu. Eat until you're about 80% full. Listen to your body. This aids digestion, boosts energy, and supports long-term health. Learn the art of the pause. Incorporate more plant proteins. Welcome foods like tofu, lentils, beans, and edamame into your routine. They are easy to prepare, gentle on the body, and packed with nutrients. Embrace fermented foods. Introduce small amounts of miso, natto, or naturally fermented vegetables. These living foods strengthen your gut microbiome, a cornerstone of immunity and vitality. Choose smart carbs. Opt for nutrient-dense carbohydrates like purple sweet potatoes. They provide sustained energy and valuable antioxidants, fueling rather than draining you. Live with rhythm and joy. Cultivate simple daily rituals. Move your body gently. Stay curious. Find purpose. And make space for laughter and connection. Eat light, live light, and smile often. Each of these shifts works synergistically, supporting your heart health, brain function, digestive ease, and overall independence as you age. And the best part? You don't need to implement everything perfectly all at once. Just start with one. One mindful bite. One new habit. One conscious breath taken between spoonfuls. Which one of these principles resonates most with you today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your choice might just inspire someone else watching this video. Coming up in our next video, we're going to investigate a very popular health food that, surprisingly, might be making some seniors feel older, not younger. You won't want to miss that expose. Remember, you don't need a perfect, elaborate plan to start living a longer, more vibrant life. What you need are small, steady steps initiated today. Try that spoonful of miso. Steam a delicious sweet potato for lunch. Take a moment to truly smile during your meal. These simple habits accumulate, and their collective impact is profound. This journey isn't just about adding more years to your life. It's fundamentally about adding more life to your years. Who's ready to embrace some of this timeless wisdom? Let me know by dropping a sparkles or simply typing, "I'm starting," in the comments if you're embarking on your own longevity journey today. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video where we uncover that potentially aging health food.